Some meals in scripture are famous, but one obscure dish is mentioned only once and then disappears. This mysterious meal sits quietly inside a single verse that most readers skim past. Context shows it happened during a tense meeting where food softened the edge of conflict. The choice to record the menu only briefly hints at its deeper meaning. Ancient hosts used specific dishes to signal respect, submission, or alliance. The rare reference suggests the meal carried unspoken political or spiritual weight. What looks like background detail actually frames the whole encounter. When we slow down and notice the plate, the story's power shifts. The forgotten meal becomes the key to understanding the moment. To decode this one-time meal, we start with the ingredients common in that region and era. Grains, oil, wine, and dried fruits formed the backbone of everyday hospitality. Hosts often upgraded these basics with richer elements when honoring important guests. Textual hints suggest the food served here was more than a casual snack. It likely combined abundance with speed, signaling urgency and generosity at once. Such meals communicated, without words, whether someone was truly welcome. The mysterious dish thus functioned as a silent message delivered on a table. Modern readers miss this when they treat it as throwaway detail. Seeing the meal clearly helps us read the scene with fresh eyes. Ancient customs tied specific foods to covenant, reconciliation, and even betrayal. Sharing bread could seal peace, while refusing a meal could deepen hostility. This one-off scriptural meal appears at a turning point where trust was fragile. By accepting the food, the participants stepped into a risky kind of fellowship. The narrator's brief mention assumes the audience knew what that meal implied. We, centuries later, reconstruct those implications through cultural studies. The dish becomes a coded signal about loyalty, vulnerability, and intention. Reading it this way transforms the verse from obscure to electric. The mysterious meal turns into a spotlight on relational stakes. Archaeology adds texture to this single reference meal. Excavated cooking vessels, storage jars, and hearths show what was feasible in real time. The speed of preparation implied in the text narrows which foods could appear. Quick breads, stewed lentils, or roasted grain would fit the timeline of the scene. Luxury items like select cuts of meat or rare wine would mark the moment as extraordinary. The likely menu was therefore simple yet intentionally elevated. That combination mirrored the emotional complexity of the encounter itself. Material culture grounds the mysterious meal in real kitchens and fires. It stops being mythical and becomes historically plausible and human. So why would scripture mention this meal only once and then move on? Single-mentioned details often act like quiet anchors holding a story in place. The text expects attentive readers to notice the food and ask what it signals. In this case, the rare meal marks a boundary between old tensions and new possibilities. It captures a moment where characters chose to sit, eat, and risk a different future. Modern nutrition talk misses the emotional and spiritual nutrition on display here. This dish feeds more than bodies, it feeds the narrative turning point. By recovering its meaning, we reclaim a lost layer of biblical storytelling. The mysterious meal proves that even one verse can carry a feast of insight.